Been going back and forth on how I was going to do one of my two last videos. I have the other thing filmed for Tuesday, but for today, Monday, I was either going to go into a long, boring video about Obamacare and what my options were at work after it came along. But let's do something a little funner here. We could try to just have a vlog off the top of my head. I don't really have any written down topics, just whatever springs into my mind, just old-fashioned way, really old school here. Pretty much it's been fun and interesting and challenging doing a video every day for a year now. I've had a lot of like low times and high times, and there's sometimes when you can't manufacture anything at all, and you're just looking at old clips trying to piece something together to put out there, and you're not the proudest of it, but at least it fills a void. It's just, that's what it feels like a lot of times. It's very frustrating, but other times it can be rewarding, and when you're able to save up videos for well in advance and have your whole week planned, that really felt great. But it all reminds me of something I've heard about SNL for years, is those people are only given a week to put together a show with whatever random celebrity they're given, and it really kills the art because it's rushed with a date in which something has to be produced. And so you're not getting the best comedy sketch about any given subject. You're getting what they could get done on time. And that's essentially a lot of these videos I'm not the proudest of. And I whipped them up real fast and just pushed them out there and wished for the best. I feel like taking a break. Pretty tired, but probably I'd like to keep a taste test review around and do some more of that in the new year. It's been a really good viewed video series, and it's been kind of historical for this year because a lot of stuff came out, like the Lost Tacos and the McRib sandwich that Burger King made, Mighty Wings. A lot of stuff like that has come. Most of it gone, but it's registered in history as some kind of pop phenomenon, and it's neat. And it gets good views, and it's a fun. The video series just does itself. I just act silly while I eat something, and actually that'll be the last video I do of the year 2013, which is fitting since it's the surprise hit among the other things I've been trying to do. So yeah, it's been fun. A lot of things I had in mind, like I said, the whole SNL thing that I just couldn't have the time for, really bothered me. I wanted to do stop action. Actually, I don't want to say too much because I know that everything will be stolen from it because it's such a good title. But pretty much a video series, written episodes with toys, just toys. Because people actually are alright, have gone past the fact of having mouse move. So if you just put the profile of a toy's face up against the camera and say words, it pretty much counts for dialogue. Thanks to South Park really just lowering the standards of how TV shows are consumed and look, it really has helped a lot of people make some funny, entertaining shit. So it doesn't all have to be CGI'd to look well. And I had an idea for a show like that. I also wanted to fix up the truck that I had a wreck in 2010 that I still own, and I may do that. I say it, I just don't see myself doing it, but I really think it'd be a good video series, and it'd be kind of really sweet to kind of pay back a thing that protected me and my family by restoring it to its former glory. So yeah, I'm toggling back and forth on doing that. Also, I wanted to do a whole series called Childhood Memories that was me talking about things that happened in my childhood with like me in a black and white vlog, but also inserted our pictures from around that time, or even of the people I'm talking about and the stuff that happened. Just interesting childhood stories. But I didn't have certain pictures I wanted, and I have to hook up the scanner. I have to hook up a scanner, have that much free space open, and edit the pictures. I just get so difficult to pump out a video sometimes. And if you have to go that extra mile, it's not worth it, especially this year. But I want to get on some of those projects in the new year. Also, I was kind of behind the 8 ball and the whole podcast thing. I listen to podcasts. I think they're great. And I wanted to feature them, but I don't want the video to be taken down by YouTube, because I wanted to have just maybe a minute or so or longer of just the podcast itself, maybe my favorite moment at the end. And I really don't want to get into all that. And as my brother says, I mean, that just sounds like another idea that you can't put AdSense on, Cody. It just sounds another way to not make money. And he's right. He's absolutely right. So I toggle with that back and forth. I like to think that anyone that I was promoting with that would be happy, but not necessarily true. People get angry with when their content is used in a way they may not like, and they can strike back. So it may be better to start off with doing it more ground roots, people who aren't as popular in the podcast world, and work from there. I listen to, I'd say, 40 hours of podcast a week. It's insane. So that's a video series, I think. In itself, it's pretty good. It'd work. I'm really actually pretty happy recently. I found a dollar theater in Fayetteville, and I love it. It's a tiny screen. It doesn't have a middle seats. It has a middle aisle and seats on either side. The room is smaller, but it's all done on film, no digital. So you see like holes and tears and rips in the movie as it's being projected. But I love it. I fucking love it. $1. It's crazy. And of course, I always support them by buying popcorn and Coke, not sneaking in like a little bastard. But I saw, that's how I watched Bad Grandpa recently, which I'd put over that Hobbit movie this year. I would say it was better than that. It's really funny to say that. And I enjoyed it. It was a good movie. It was decent. It's interesting. They're taking this approach of linking the story and building a plot on different little stunts and things that are involving live action people. And I like that. That's a good way to go for the whole Jackass crew. That's a fun little way to make a movie. And I was very entertained the whole time. So there you go, Bad Grandpa. The Hobbit movie. What fucking made me so mad is, they're doing the thing in 3 movies, but the whole audience was just amazed that they stopped where they stopped having a 3rd movie. It's like they could have covered more in the 2nd movie and gotten closer so we could have a really, really epic battle. But they decided there's just going to be so much on that tail end. It's going to be a 3-hour movie. It has to be really long, just because how long it takes them to do anything. I don't know if you've seen or heard of it before, but they're going to have to kill smog in the next movie, and I know that's going to take in the first hour easily, and then a new battle between everyone else trying to divvy up Smaug's gold. And I know that battle is going to be epic. It has to be epic, right? Oh, it went out on me. I neglected. By the fire of Mordor. So, they're left with still a lot of movie to show because they didn't kill fucking Smog. I can say the fucking thing with the A. Fuckers. I hate them all. So, but it was a fun movie. It was a little too CGI with a lot of the stuff in the barrels and stuff, but yeah, it was okay. It's just there in the middle. That's the problem with a lot of this, is the middle kind of gets passed up and isn't thought of as a movie on its own. Just the middle part where there's not going to be that much resolution. Which it doesn't have to be that way. They could have killed Smaug in this movie, and that could have been the giant draw as he died, but he doesn't. He just flies out after the Hobbit and the dwarves pretty much made like a Home Alone attempt at foiling him. So yeah, watch Bad Grandpa, not that second Hobbit movie with Smaug. I will touch a little bit on Obamacare. What will be happening is, instead of having a flex account of $2,500, I'll have to put that money into a cafeteria that contains health insurance, life insurance, disability insurance, or retirement. And out of those four, you can divvy up any way you want, but I put all that into retirement because that's the easiest for me to get to, because all I have to do is I could get a penalty of 50% and be able to get as much of that money back out as I want. And also the retirement plays the stock market, which it just seems like that's a better chance for my money to grow and do good than other things. And of course that's betting against me, but that's what I was doing before Obamacare, and that's what I'm going to continue doing. I'll just have to pay a fine for it now. Thank you, Obama. The person who really gets fucked is my brother, who hasn't had the chance to use his flex medical money as much as I have in the last few years, and he will not be able to get a lot of root canals, which he needs. It makes me mad. My brother Daniel is stubborn like me, and even I've offered to help pay for some of the stuff, and he really doesn't want to feel like he's in debt to me like that. And I wouldn't feel like that at all, because I know he's in pain, because root canals, needing them, is just awful. I remember having to put Excedrin right next to the gum and just hold it against my mouth, and what would happen is it would numb the pain finally. This is after you work past Oragel. After that does nothing for you. You're pretty much, putting it into lemon. Lemon slices help sometimes, and then you move on to the hard stuff like Excedrin. And you put that up against there, and finally, after you've done it too many times, all of your inner lip skin starts peeling off, and it's all white and oxidized, and it's disgusting and slimy, and there's your raw inner cheek, and you have to keep packing it with that Excedrin, or you're going to feel a buttload of pain. And that just sucks. So, and the penalty I'll be taking on for not signing up for health insurance with the help of Obama will be 1% of my annual income. And I wanted to point that out, is what they've been saying is it's going to be like it'll be $96. $96. No. What happens is it's either $96 or 1% of your annual income. And so how they figure out which is which? Well, whichever you make more at, you'll be paying. And of course, I make more from 1% of my income in a year than I do $96. I'd have to make $10,000 a year or less to be able to have the luxury of paying $96. So yeah, you gotta read the fine print. Make sure you read up on it, because you just gotta know how you're being fucked. You're being pumped by a 4-inch dick 3 times, or fucked once by a 12-inch dick. Pick your poison, find out. Knowledge is power, right? Wait, that should be 3 times by a 4-inch dick. Fuck. See, I found out I've been fucked a total of 16 inches. So yeah, that's looming over me as I get to this new world that Obama's created for me. No answers, but lots of problems. So that's how we're closing up the year. I want to thank everyone who's watched and new subs. I've had a lot of people subbing, a lot of new people, a lot of people commenting, even though all this Google Plus shit has made it harder. A lot of people still leaving comments. I recently found I've been getting a lot of personal messages, but I've been navigating away from that page entirely to go read the comments on individual videos that have been going up, because that's the way Google Plus has conditioned me. But actually I should go back and read some of those personal messages. Lots of people trying to reach out to me, and again, I can't connect with them on the personal level because YouTube sucks. I'm going to go make a spaghetti-o dinner soon. Spaghetti-o meatballs. Obama would want me to eat a spaghetti-o dinner. No meatballs. Fuck you, Obama. I'm living the fucking high life. I will have meatballs. And that's pretty much everything I've wanted to talk about. It's been a wild ride, boys and girls. And hopefully I'll get going again as this new year starts. And start putting out a good continual basis of videos. The whole thing with putting out a video every day, of course, I was inspired by the great Planet Beer Wagon. But also, a lot of people pointed out that 2012 was a really lackluster year for my video making. It had gone down a lot, and I was really losing interest. I needed something to kind of restart my fire, and if this doesn't do it, nothing will. So look out for a bunch of new videos, good videos, 2014. I hope to not let you down. I enjoy all your comments, good or bad. It's always good to be able to reach out and talk to people about stuff that you're saying and stuff you're doing. And it's just a great way to communicate with anybody and not feel so lonely in this big old world that we've created here. Still playing the Wii U, despite what many people have said online about, oh, my Wii U's collecting dust. I really like Mario 3D. It's a really fun game. I am playing a lot of Mario, though. I feel like they need to come out with more. But I've already ordered some Wii remotes so I could actually use the back end. It's Wii compatible, so it plays Wii games, but it'll only do it with the Wii remotes. You can't use the gamepad or the Pro controllers. So I'll be doing that. I already ordered them refurbished from Nintendo for $20 with nunchuck and plus motion. So yeah. That should be good. And I already know there's a lot of places that carry some old Wii games, like Big Lots and Fred's. And maybe I'll even go in a fucking GameStop. I don't want to, but maybe I'll try it. Of course, I hear a lot of people being judged for owning a Wii U. They look down at you at the GameStop, and I really don't want to take guff from some hipster kid who I could just skull fuck so easily. It kills me inside. It's like putting a bear in a cage. I can't do it anymore, so I will not be teased by some idiot half-wit neckbeard just because I like Nintendo. But yeah, that's how we'll close things out. Hope everyone else is having a good time. Anybody want to discuss anything? I don't know how you're being done by Obamacare, so you could talk about that in the comments or tell me about any kind of recommendations for the Wii or Wii U, because like I said, it's backwards compatible, so I can't play Wii games. I don't have those controllers soon, and I'm looking forward to flinging around in my house like a retard. Throw that remote through the fucking TV screen. Right? That's the only way to bowl, right? You gotta just let that ball go. Smash all that glass. This whole vlog has been brought to you by a Cherry Tatiana quality cigar for only $2. Check it out if you have the means. No. I'll see you later, my neckbeards.